Today I'm going to show you two different types of cat shelters that are homemade. This one here was made from a doghouse, and I have a whole video about how to make these. And this is good if you can put it inside of a shed. As you can see, the opening is kind of large, so this would do best on a covered area where wind and snow are not going to blow in easily, or you would need to have the opening facing a wall too, just with enough room for the cat to get in. That can help too. And this would not be suitable just to have sitting out in the woods because of the opening being so large, but this was easier to make just using a doghouse. And this one is just made out of a storage container, and we use a PVC pipe to make the opening. That's like 6 inches, I think, and you can see how it's kind of just big enough for a cat to get through. So this can be good in most areas. It's insulated. So we have styrofoam, and then you can see there's straw in there. All the sides have insulation, and then we put Reflectex over that. So these can be good in most areas, and you can always put a sign on them that's a cat shelter if your cats are in a public area that you're feeding. And you might need a rock or something heavy on this to hold it down. But these are two types of shelters you can use for outdoor cats. Some people make them out of old coolers that are big enough. These are the two that we've used, and you notice ours only have one opening. In our area, there's not enough predators to justify having 2 entrances. Because 2 entrances makes the shelter colder and drafty for the cat. But if you live in a high predator area where a cat would need to escape quickly, you should probably do the two entrances in your shelter. And for inside sheds or uncovered porches, I'll show you one more type of shelter. Another type you can use is a heated cat house. These particular ones, it's like a fabric top to them, so they're not going to work very well outside directly in rain or wind or snow. You want them inside of a shed, or they could work on a covered porch. And make sure you have your electricity that's safe for outdoor use, checked by an electrician. And that's another option. You can see we have one of our doghouse shelters inside the shed because there's no wind, rain, or snow inside the shed. So that blue container is another one of our container shelters. Winter likes to use that one. Oh, an unofficial shelter type is under decks. You can see a cat has gone underneath here, or a possum. This is another type of shelter. It's homemade, just made out of wood. My husband made it with materials we had in the garage. It's actually made from a ping pong table. The opening might be a little wide, but we could cover it. We could have made this longer. This was the very first cat house we made before we knew anything about taking care of outdoor cats. There was just a cat out here that needed a shelter, and it's built with straw. Always use straw, never use hay, because hay is for horses and retains too much moisture for cats. And you can also use things you have laying around. The cats will go underneath this upside down wheelbarrow too. So you can get creative with what you have. So this is our food shelter area where we feed the cats. It's not made to be a shelter really for the cats, but it can work, especially when it's not that cold, or if a new cat shows up, it can be an option. On that side we have straw, and the shower curtain blocks the rain, wind, and snow. But this way the cats have a dry place to eat too. Thank you for watching. I think I was up to 4 or 5 shelter types. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. And make sure you also provide fresh water for cats. Thank you for watching.